Okay, friends, once again, a very good evening to all of you. Today is the day two of our formula session. So, yesterday we had a 1.5 hour session and we did lots of interesting formula. We started from a very simple formula yesterday. What is the difference between sum and subtotal, which we had seen? Then we moved ahead and we saw how do you use for how do you combine first name, middle name, and last name by using AND formula. We had seen concat formula and we had also learned the text join formula. Those of you who had not attended my yesterday's session, I have already uploaded it on the YouTube, or if you want to revise, please go on the YouTube link and search it and revise it. We had also done then another formula yesterday. How do you use the change case? Here we had used a pay special option yesterday. The formula has been removed from here. So here we had learned how do you combine first name, middle name, and last name, and how do you change the case also means convert into capital or small letters. Yeah. After that, we had learned the unique formula. If you have a huge database, from that you wanted all the unique values. So we use unique. Then we said, I want unique value, but it should be sorted also. So we had learned how do you use unique with sort option. After doing this, we had also learned a trim formula where we had seen there were extra spaces in the numbers in between and in before. So how do you remove the extra spaces and automatically how do you convert that numbers which were in text format into numbers so that when you select, you get the sum of it. And then it was around 1 hour 25 minutes and then we closed the session. So today is the day two of our formula session, and again we will start with some new formulas. But today the formula which we will start with are very simple, and then we will move to other important formulas. But this formula which I will be showing it to you now are very simple, which you use on a daily basis. Only I have to show you a difference between count and count A. So here is my data, and over here I wanted to know minimum sales amount from the sales column, which is F column. Very simple formula, you all might be knowing. Those who don't know, for them, those who are at a very basic level, you will say equal and you will type min and you will open a bracket. So he is asking me number. So I will just select all the numbers. No need of closing a bracket and you just press enter. So it will show you the minimum that from this range, this is the smallest number available in your data. In the same way, friends, instead of min, you can even use a max function. So I say equal max. And again, I came on 3600. Either you can use mouse or you can use a shortcut. You can use a shortcut, Control Shift down arrow key, and it gets selected. Close the bracket and press enter. And you get this is the biggest amount in the data. In the same way, you can even use an average. But for average, like you write equal min, 3 character, equal max, 3 character. In average, you don't have to write the short form, but you have to write the full form. Even when you write AVG, it will take, but you can write direct average also. But in minimum and maximum, you can't write minimum full word. It will not take, it will give you error. So I say equal average and I again select the range and press enter. This is my average. So very simple formula. Many of you already know this. I know that. Minimum, maximum, and average. The next formula over here is count. So count formula we use to count numbers, not the alphanumeric. When I say equal and if I type count, he's asking me the value. So if I select these names of the person, this, which is not number, Alpha, it is a text. So I press enter, you get 0. Why you got 0? Because these are not numbers. Count formula we use only on numbers. So if I come on this range, you see this blue color bar, I click on it and I drag it on the sales. Means you can do this also. You can move the range and I press enter and you get 10. So there are 10 records. Now, if you say, no, Ramzan, I don't have a number column and I have a alphanumeric column and I want to count that, then naturally here you have to use the count a function. So over here you will say equal and you will say count a. And again, you will select all the data, which is text alphanumeric, enter, and here you will get perfect 10 because it was text and we use count a. And the last formula is equal count blank. So there is no space between count and blank formula. You just say equal count blank, open a bracket, and I select this range. So here 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 cells which are blank, means I don't have a data for 3 of the cells. So these are the 6 simple, very basic formula. And I don't think I should give you time for practice because these are very simple formula. Many of you already know. So we will move to the next formula and then I will give you sufficient time for the practice. Okay. These are very simple formulas. So I go again to the next sheet over here. And here we are going to learn 3 very important formulas. Left, mid, and right. So I have over here accounts numbers, and this account number is divided with hyphen, 10 hyphen, and then 1234 hyphen 40. I wanted to separate it. So there is one option which you might be knowing, that is we go to the data tab and there is an option text to column, which is easier option. But in text to column, what happens? This entire data will be divided into 3 columns. But let's say if you don't want all the data, you want to extract only 10, or you want to extract only 45, or you want to extract only from mid, then you can't use text to column option. Then you have to use the formula because you want to extract only few things. So I will put my cursor over here and let me zoom it a little bit more. And over here, you will type equal and you will say left. When you type left, it asks you 2 questions. One is the text, then you will put comma, and then he asks number of characters. Num character means number of character you want to extract. So I will say Excel, this is my text. You will put comma and num character. So from the left side, how many character you want to extract? I want to extract 2 characters. Close the bracket, just press enter. What it will be extracted? 10. 1, 0 will be from the left side, 2. So again, I come over here and I put double click on this and it will drag it for everybody. This is one of the way, friend, but there are other ways. Here, there is one very interesting option with the name flash fill. When you have a time, just search on the Google flash fill and you will find something. As this is a core formula session, I'm not going into that, but that is also a very interesting option in that you don't even have to use a left. You just type 10 the way you need, halas. And then you press Control E. Control E is a shortcut for flash fill. See, I say Control E. And without typing formula, it will drag. It will extract all the 2 characters from right. If you want to get 1, 2, 3, 4 from that data, no need of writing mid formula. You just write 1, 2, 3, 4. That hey Excel, from that data, extract 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you say Control E, Excel will see 1, 2, 3 is where on the left hand side. He found that and accordingly he will see the pattern and he will drag it for you. Control E. So everything is pulled. From the right side, I want to extract 45. So I type 45 and I press Control E. Don't want to remember the shortcut? we go to the data tab, and here there is an option flash fill next to text to column here, and I click and it gives me that. So it's a very simple option, but this is exclusively formula session, so I don't want it to go into all these things, but I thought just it should be in your knowledge, so I had explained that. Okay, so once again I will repeat it for you. Equal, left, open a bracket, I select this word account number, comma, and I say give me 2 characters, close bracket, enter, done. Come on the corner and say double click, your work is done. Let's take a mid formula. I will say equal and I will type mid and I will open a bracket. When you say mid, it asks you 3 things. In left, it was only text and number of characters. Here you have text, start number, and then number of characters. So I say this is my text. You will put comma. Start number, he's saying from middle, from which character you want to start. So you have to count from the left. So 1 is the first character, 0 is the second character, hyphen is the third character, and this 1 is the fourth character. Now this formula, when you go in more detail at very advanced level, here you can use find also, mid with find. So he will find the hyphen. So if it is 3 character, 4 character, then he will find hyphen, and whatever is there after hyphen, he will get it for you. That can also be possible. But as we have just started, so let me explain so that other people don't get confused. So start number, you will say 4, that from 4th character you start, comma, num character. How many numbers of character you want to extract? I want to extract 4 characters. Close the bracket, enter, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4. This got extracted. Double click on it and your work is done. Yes, I know you might be thinking, Ramzan, when we can type 1, 2, 3, 4 and control E flash fill, that is much easier. It's totally up to you, friends. So now again, I come over here on the right and I say equal and I say right, open a bracket. Again, 2 questions. One is the text and another is num character. As we have said right, it means I want to extract something from the right side. So I say Excel, this is my text, comma, and how many characters you want to extract? I want to extract 2 characters. Close the bracket, enter, done. Come on the corner and double click, your work is done. Got it, everybody? Now I need a rest for 2 to 3 minutes. It means I'm going to give you a time for practice. But before that, I will double click on a formula and I will put a space bar before equal so that you can see the formula. Again, I come over here. I can put the space over here. Again, I came over here and I can put the space. There is another way also to see the formula by going into the formula. So it will show you all the formulas. But here I just wanted to show you only the first row. So I have used this method. Okay. So giving you friends 3 minutes for practice. And after 3 minutes, I will go ahead with the new formulas. Okay. So your time starts now. When you are done, please put done in the chat box. Okay, friends, I hope you all have done the practice. And now I am moving again to the next sheet. And here we will do one more interesting formula, and that is your length. And you believe me, you will say, Ramzan, this is a very simple formula. But you believe me, I personally use this formula. And I use where, you know, on your data I use. When you did the registration form filling, many of you didn't put 971. The code. Some of you by mistake put 1 character less, or one of the participant put 1 character extra. So I want to know which are the valid mobile numbers. So we remove 971 from the start. We just put a 05, and you wanted to use the 10 characters or no. And then we filter and then we put it separately. And those numbers where people have given 9 character or 11 characters, we send the email to them saying, boss, your mobile number is wrong. Please send us the right number. Right. So this I use practically very simple formula, but depends upon your work. So I say equal length, open a bracket, and I select the text only once more. And I press, it will show you 10. 10 means there are 10 characters. It means this is a valid mobile number. It might be a wrong number he might have given, but I just wanted to check the number of characters. So this is 9, this is 11. It means there is some problem. Now I will come on length and I say Control Shift L. I will do the filter. I will click on it and I will select all the 10 digit number. So these are my valid number. And then I will also filter on 9 and 11 and I will give it to my team and they will see whose number is this and then they will send the email to the participants. So this was a very, very simple formula and that is your length formula. Let's move a little bit more ahead. Now here in this, friends, we are going to learn a concept of adding dollar sign, which is very, very, very important. I'm going to go very slow. Those who know, very good. Those who don't know, they should learn. This is a heart of Excel. In future, if you want to really become good in Excel formulas, this dollar concept you should be good with. Not just pressing F4. Many people press F4. I agree, F4 is right, but you should know the logic behind it. When to put $1, when to put before row, when to put before column. This is understanding. F4 so everybody know. So let's do this in detail and let's understand. So here is the requirement. I have names of the country and I have their sales amount. And here is the total sales. My manager tells me, Ramzan, I wanted to know from this total sales, how much percentage UAE is contributing towards the total sale. So from 28, 2,000, 50,000 is UAE sale. How much percentage it is? You know, you all are working on Excel, you know this basic. You will say equal. Remember, my cell format, I go to the home, my cell format is already percentage. If it's not in percentage, you will not get the correct answer. You will not get a well formatted. I will show you. So we say equal and I say this amount divide by total. Simple. You all know this formula. Equal actual divide by the whole. And you press enter. So it will tell you, okay, 17.73 means UAE is contributing 70% towards the total sales. But as I said, if your cell is in general, and if you type the same formula equal this divide by this, you will not get the 17 point, it is 17.73 only, but the format is not right. So you just have to go here and you have to change the format. Got it? That's one thing, small thing, just for your knowledge. Now, the important point is I have done it for one, good. But now I wanted to drag it for others. So how do I do that? So when I drag it down, this B3, when I drag it down, will become B4. And this B10 will become B11. So when I drag it down here and it gives me the error. Why? Because when I double click on this error formula, it says B4, which is totally right. But instead of B10, it has become B11, which is a problem. Again, I went over here. It says B5 divided by B12. B5 is right, but B12 is wrong. It should be B10. Understanding? So now I wanted to lock this B10. And here is the important point where people don't understand. But I will make sure to explain it in a very simple way. So here you will say, Ramzan, put the dollar. And what people explain, hey, come here and press function F4 or only F4 key. So it will add $2. So when you add a dollar, it means lock. It is right. It's not wrong. It's right. But Actually, this is not the way to do. I will tell you. And I press enter. And when I come on the corner and when you drag, it is working. So you will say, Ramzan, it's working. Why it is wrong? No, I'm not saying wrong, but actually you need to understand a few concepts over here, which I'm starting now. Listen very carefully. So your original was like this. Now, when you drag this formula down, friends, this B10 will become what? Will become B11, right? So B10 changes to B11. B is not changing. 10 is changing to 11. Understanding? 10th row is changing to 11. B is B only. So why you are putting a dollar before B? There is no need of putting dollar B. However, in this scenario, even if you put dollar before B, there is no harm. So people say there is no harm, then we are putting, no problem, you put, but you should have in your mind that it is not required. If only 10 is changing to 11, so you will just put a dollar sign only before 10. So wherever you put dollar, after that, whatever is the character, it gets locked, the cell rate, and I press enter. Understanding little bit? Now I come on the corner and I drag it down. Now it's this also working properly. So when it is working properly with $1, then why you are adding $2? If you don't understand this concept and if you add $2, no harm in this scenario. But when we do advanced, we look up there. If you put this $2, it will give you wrong value, which I will show you at that time. But here, if you have little bit understood that, okay, when I dragging down, row is changing, so I have to put the dollar before row number. Khalas. Acha, wait, I will complete, when I complete the explanation, then you will understand more. So you might have a query that Ramzan, okay, so when I will put before B, what is the scenario? So when you drag the formula right side, B becomes C, that time you will lock the B. For example, when I go on the right hand side, means on the next sheet, and over here now friends, you get this. You get this. Here you see the data is same only, but it is arranged like this. So here, if I want to calculate the commission, company said give everybody 12% commission. So I say equal this amount into 12%. Agree? Simple formula. Sales into 12%. So you will get how much is the 12% of sales amount. He will not add into 12%. He will show 12% of 49,000. So 12% of 49,000 is 5,970. Perfect. Now you think, if you really want to understand, those who know, very good. I'm not talking to them. Those who don't know, it's for them, friends. Okay. Now you see formula. When I drag, where you will do this formula, will you drag down or right side? You are going to drag right side. Think. When you drag this formula right side, B2 will become what? Think. B2 will become what? It will become C2. Okay, this B5, when I drag formula right side, B5 will become what? It will become C5, not C6, because you are not dragging down. You are dragging right side. Huh? So column name will change. I will show you. So when I come on the corner and when I drag right side, you get an error. Why you got error? Let's see. So I double click on this and you see it says C2, which is right, no problem. But here B5 instead of B5, it became C5, which is wrong. Got it? So your column name change. So when you go drag down, row number changes. When you drag right side, your column name changes. Understanding? So now here, what do you think, friends? Where you will put a dollar sign? Think for a few seconds. And your answer should be one only. No two answer, only one. Will you put dollar before B or will you put dollar before 5? Think. Yes, I think you are thinking right that you are going to put dollar sign before B, not before phi, because B is becoming C, B phi becoming C phi. So you will put dollar before B. Okay, which B? Which B? B2 or B5? So naturally you will say, no, Ramzan, this B2 becomes C2, which is right. This B5 should not become C5. So I will lock this B. So if you want to lock this B, you will put a dollar sign before the B. Understanding? Okay, and I press enter. Come on the corner and drag it. Okay, and when you double click, your data is perfect. Got it? So this is the best way I have explained it to you, and I hope you all have understood. If you have still not understood, after the session, see the video once again, and I promise you, you will understand it. Okay. So what I will do here is, I think I should give you some time to practice for this. So I will wait here for a few minutes, practice the previous sheet where you will put a dollar and drag it down. I will show you the formula and you practice this as well. Okay. Thank you. When you are done, reply me in the chat box, and then again, we will start the other formulas. Okay, everybody, I hope you all have practiced it. And again, I'm going to the next sheet, and these are the formulas which finally we have learned. So 22 formulas we have learned: sum, subtotal, concatenate, text join, unique, sort, trim, number value, dollar sign, upper, lower, proper. This we had seen all this 9 today. You will say, Ramzan, what is this design? So I will click on this design, on this box. I don't know if you can click and delete that. So I just select this box, and if I delete that, so here you will see my LinkedIn profile. So those who are not connected with me on LinkedIn, and if you are on LinkedIn, I know you all are professionals and you all are on LinkedIn. So just search on LinkedIn this name, Ramzan Rajani Excel, and you will find it me. Send me the request and let's connect it professionally on LinkedIn. Okay. So this you can do it now or after a few minutes if you can do it. And so this completes our first 22 formulas of basic levels. Now we will close this file. You all can save this file and you close this file. And we will move ahead with the day 2 file. So I press Control S for save, Control W to close the file. Khalas. Now I go over here in my folder and I go back over here and I go to the day 2. And in that I have day 2 formulas file. I request everybody to open a day 2 file. And in day 2, we are going to learn summarizing formulas. So if you have a huge database, certification database, HR database, training and development database, sales database, procurement data, financial data, whatever data you have coming from top to bottom, vertically arranged, flat data, you can create summary report on that. Yes, the amazing option is pivot table. So I have got the request from many of you, Ramzan. We wanted to learn pivot table, basic to advanced level, till creation of a dashboard only with the help of pivot. So I'm thinking if I get sufficient number of nominations, I will surely plan 2 hours session exclusive on pivot table. Only one topic I will take pivot table, but 2 hours, and I will make you master in that. Nobody will be able to catch your hand in that. So let's see, we will see that. So as of now, let's start with the sixth formula. I go to the second sheet, which is a sales data sheet. So I have a data in my sheet. When I say control down arrow key, I have around 23 records. It can be a bigger record, just as a sample data. And my management told me that Ramzan, this is our data and I want all the answer in this format. This format also your manager gave you. He says, Ramzan, can you put there are how many records of Dubai? What is the total sales of Dubai? And what is the average sales of Dubai? Very simple form, summary report they need. So this can be done with pivot table also. Many of you, those who are already working, they know. But here our aim is only formulas. So let's see how do we do that. So here they have given the name of the city, and here I have to put a formula. So I will say equal total records. Whenever you say total records, it means counting. It means counting. So I type equal and I will type COU. So you have count formula, which is for number, count A for alphanumeric, count blank. This all we have seen. The fourth is your count F without space, no space between count F. It's one formula. It can be in capital, it can be in small, no problem. When you type equal count F, open a bracket, it asks you two questions, friends. One is the range and another is the criteria. So in range, range means a column in which you wanted to search. So I took the mouse and I click on A. Do you see this A? This A heading? I click on it. As soon as I click on A, here it will give me A is to A. Means he has selected entire column. Got it? Then I put comma. And now he is asking the criteria, that what is your criteria? What you want to search? So here there are two ways, friends. Either you can do this way, you can put in double quotes, you can type Dubai, that search Dubai in present. So it will give you 8, that there are 8 records of Dubai. But the problem in this method is if I drag the formula down, everywhere you will get 8. Why? Because in this formula, the criteria is Dubai. Here also it is criteria is Dubai. So instead of typing a word Dubai, I will select the cell. So I just type A is to A, comma, and then I will say Excel, my criteria is this Dubai. Now the problem is when I type a formula, this county has come on this Dubai word. It has overlapped. So the reason behind it is my cell alignment is center aligned. So when I type formula, it goes like this. It goes like this. So whenever you write a formula, I will be telling you something very new. Very, you will say, really, Ramzan? Whenever you type a formula, your formula alignment should be left. I have seen 2 comments, but I'm not able to reply because I'm teaching. I will see afterwards and I reply. So I click on the left align first. I put the left align and I say equal and I say count F. Okay, range and criteria. Now this count F will not go on Dubai. So I say range and I say this is my range. I click on A, entire column got selected. I put comma, criteria. Criteria means condition. What you want to search in A column. Hey, I wanted to search Dubai. Enter, and you get the 8. Come on the corner and you just drag it down and you get it for everybody. So now when I see this formula, it is searching in this column. What is searching? Sharjah. So when I drag this formula down, this was G4. G4 became G5. When I dragged it more, it became G6. It is taking that cell. I hope those who are new in formula got this pointer. So I want you to first try this. I will wait here. I will not rush. I want you to practice this. Reply me done. Then I will go for the sum if formula. Those who know, very good. Go ahead. Those who don't know, practice it, friends. Giving you 1 minute. 1 minute is sufficient to type this formula. Okay, friends, so this was a COUNTIF formula where you select the range and you put the criteria, that's all. But SUMIF is little different. So in SUMIF, when you want a total sales of Dubai, So when total comes, a word total comes, so it should come in your mind sum. When record comes, it should come counting. So I come over here in and I say equal no. First, I have to make it left aligned. So I put the left align equal and I will say sum if and I have open a bracket. When you say sum if, you see it asks you three questions. In count if, it was asking range and a criteria. Here he is asking you some range also, that which column you want to add. We want to add a sales column, no? That's why. So in range, what you will select? You will select A column, that search in A column. Then you will put comma. Criteria, what you want to search. Hey, I wanted to search Dubai. Same like counter. Only the difference is again here you have to put comma and he's asking you third question, sum range. And when you see the sum range, you have a square bracket. It means it's a optional. Sometimes it's optional, sometimes it's compulsory. Now, in this case, it's compulsory, it's mandatory because you wanted to add a third column, means a sales column. So I will click on the sales column over here. So this column I wanted to add. Close the bracket and press enter. So you get 4580. Come on the corner and drag it. You wanted to cross check if 4850 is right answer for Dubai. Come over here and say filter. Control Shift L. And I come over here and I say, hey, filter on Dubai. So these are all the records of Dubai. When I select the sales over here, bottom right, I should see the answer. And I can see the sum over here, 4850. So my answer is right. Again, I press Control Shift L on a data to remove the filter. So my answer is right. So equal sum if, search in AA column, comma, what to search? Dubai, comma, which column you want to add? I wanted to add the sales column. Simple. Give me 2 more minutes because the average sales is also same. There is no difference. So I will not wait over here, and after average, I will give you time for practice. So I wanted to know the average sale. Simple. Instead of sum if, you will say average if. So you will say equal. Oh. So what I have to do is I have to take the left align first. Equal. Instead of sum if, you will say average if. So count if, sum if, average if. Range, criteria, average range. Range. I will say this is my range. In this AA column you search. Then I will put comma. Criteria, what you want to search. I wanted to search Y. Again, I will put comma. Average range, which column you wanted to use for doing average. Naturally, average range will always be a number column because number column only you can do average. Either you take a quantity, you wanted to know average quantities, you take quantity, you take sales, you take price column, whatever you want. So I say I wanted to know average sales. So I click on it and I press enter and I get average sales. Come on the corner and you just drag it. And this completes your count if, sum if, and average if. I double click on sum if to show you the formula. Average if is also same. Instead of sum if, just write average if. I want you to give it a try. Reply me done when your practice is done. Okay, everybody. So we have seen count if, sum if, and average if. Now it's a time to go next level. And now we will be learning count ifs, IFS, sum ifs, and average ifs. So in all three formula, in the end, there will be one extra S. When you use this formula, when you have more than one condition. So here you counted Dubai. So there was only one condition. Okay, wherever there is Dubai, count and give it to me. So only one condition, one criteria. But if your manager tells you, hey Ramzan, I wanted to know total records of Dubai, but only for the product mobile, like something like this. I filter on city and I say over here Dubai. So there are 8 records of Dubai, but in that I want only mobile records. Again, when I filter on mobile, I have only 6 records. So my answer should be 6, not the 8. Got it? So how do you use that? So instead of count if, I will say equal. I will go over here on this formula, formula number 5th, count ifs. Tab key, so I got count ifs. Is the syntax different? Means is this different? No, remains same as it is, no change. See how I do. Now when I say count ifs, it first asks me range 1. That what is your first column in which you want to search. So I say Excel, in this column you search AA column. Then I put comma. So now he's asking range 1 you have given. Now he's saying criteria 1. In this AA column, what you want to search? I say search Dubai. Simple, comma. Range 2. In count if it was not asking range 2. In count if it was only 1. Okay, column, range and criteria. That's all. Here it's asking you again that in AA column I will search Dubai. One column, one condition is done. I say range 2, I say yes. Now I want to search mobile. But now you can't search direct mobile. First you have to tell in which column you wanted to search. First you search column. First you select column, then you select criteria. You can't go opposite. Remember? Understood? So I click on a product. So I say in this CC column you search, comma, what to search? Criteria, what you want to search in that? This word mobile. So I click on mobile and I press enter and I got 6. Understood? Remember, if you have given by mistake after Dubai there is a space, it will give you 0. Sometimes we have a habit, we type Dubai space. So formula is right, but your spelling is mistake. So you will get the error. So this way you write the count if, but wait, here there is one more explanation needed. Now understand friends, this intentionally I have put Dubai on the right side and mobile on the top to give you some explanation. Okay. Now you see the formula. If I drag this formula, what will happen? This AA, when I drag this formula, AA will be AA only because the entire column is selected. This is G12. This is G12. When I drag this formula down, G12 will become what? It will become G13, which is right? It will become Sharjah. So when I drag, I want Sharjah. But this H10, which is H10, H10 is mobile. It will become H11. That will be a problem. Understood? See, I'm dragging down. I drag down. You got 0. Why? When I double click, it is searching Sharjah, which is right. But he's searching total records. He's not searching mobile. I want Sharjah and mobile. So here, what you will lock? You will lock mobile cell. Again, when I go down, it is creating a problem. He's searching Ajman and 6. No, he should search Ajman and mobile. Got it? So here, friends, where you will put first, which you will lock? You will lock mobile. What is the mobile cell? H10. But will you add dollar before H or before 10? Think. If you are thinking this, that you will put the dollar sign before 10, you are right. Because when you are dragging down, H10 is becoming H11. So Lina, Safa, both of you are right. That you will add a dollar sign before 10. Come on the corner and then just drag it and your work is done. Understood everybody? Yeah, interesting. Okay, now we have more 8 minutes. So there are two options. Either I wait now and give you time for practice, or I complete some ifs and average ifs, and then I give you sufficient time for practice. So let me complete both the formulas, and then I think I should go ahead. And then afterwards, I will give you the recording also, so you can practice that as well. So let me complete other. Okay, now we will start with some ifs. Some ifs is totally opposite formula. You will say, why opposite? I will tell you. Very carefully see. Huh? If you say some if, we are not doing some if, we are doing ifs. But when we did some if, what was the three question he was asking? It was asking range. First range, huh? Remember. Second, criteria. And third, it was asking some range. Means some range, which column you want to add was coming in the end. Okay, agree, remember. But once you use some ifs, why we are using some ifs? Because Dubai and mobile, two criteria are there. So some if is not work, some if works on only one. But when I type friends some ifs, do you see what he's asking you first? Some range. This is difference. In some if, some range, it was asking as a third question. But in some ifs, some range he is asking in the start. So in some range means he's saying which column, Ramzan, you want to add it. I say, hey, I wanted to add the sales column. In some if, sales column we were selecting in the end. But in some ifs formula, sales column you are starting in the first, because he's asking you to select. He's asking you some range. So some range is sales column. Then I put comma. Then the procedure is same. Range 1, criteria 1. So I say Excel, this is my range 1 in which you search, comma, what to search? Dubai, comma. Now again in dark he's asking range 2. So I say Excel, this is my range 2, comma, criteria 2. In this, what you want to search? I wanted to search mobile. Enter. And I got 3350. Let's cross check. Dubai mobile is 3350. Filter. I select over here Dubai and I select over here mobile. And when I select all the sales, I should get 3350 bottom right. It means my answer is right. But now again, when I drag this down, this mobile, which is H10, will become H11. So I will put a $sign before 10, that lock 10, enter. So 10, when I drag it down, it will not become 11. Come on the corner, drag it down, and your work is done. Got it? So this was your sum if. When you have understood sum ifs, explaining average if is very simple, because both the formulas are same. Instead of sum, I will write average. That is very simple. So let me complete that also. So I come over here and I say equal, and I say average ifs, average ifs, last formula. Here also it's asking you in the start average range, means which column you want to average. So naturally you can average the number column only. So you will select EE column, that average this column, comma, and the procedure is same. Range 1, criteria 1. So I say Excel, this is my range 1, comma, and criteria is Dubai. So in AA column, it will search Dubai, comma. Now in product column, comma, what to search? Mobile. Same steps, enter. You got 558. double click on it, and you will lock the mobile. So you will put a dollar sign before 10, enter. Drag it down and your work is done. So this was your average if, this was your sum ifs, and this was your count if. I want you to practice it. If you will not practice, you will not learn. So I will be sharing the recordings with all of you, hopefully by tomorrow morning. I will upload it on the YouTube. So I request you, many of you have already subscribed to the channel. Those who have not, they can click on subscribe so that tomorrow morning around 10, 11 when I upload, you will come to know. You can even switch on the bell button so that you know when I upload it. Okay. So yeah. So now when I go in the end, there are this sheets which is for the practice. This is for you to the practice. So if you have understood this, try on this at your home. That okay, I want total records of mobile. Here I have given you source sheet sales to. So you will do like this. I will show you one. So you will say equal count if, and you will say range. Now the challenge is something different. I have explained you data is on one sheet, and on the right hand side you do summary, means both are on a same sheet. But here the question is different. You have data on one sheet and the report summary you want in another sheet. This is a two different sheet. So I will do it for you once. So when you say equal count, if open a bracket, it asks you range and criteria. So for range, I have to go to the sheet where I have a data. So it's a product mobile. Remember, sheet sales to. So I will first see where is my sheet sales to. So I go back. This is my sales data to, which is the column product. So now you have to remember all these small things. I will click on a product. After selecting a product, I will come over here and I put the comma. After putting comma, here you have to put comma. Then you again go back. Now he's asking you criteria, what you want to search. So after putting comma, then only go to the next sheet. If you will not put comma here, you will get error. You will not be able to do it. Again, I go to summary sheet and I say search mobile and I press enter and you get 470. So this is little different. And if you observe the change, when I see the formula, in previous formula in COUNTIF, it was just II. But now when I went to another sheet, he took the name of the sheet, that II of sales data 2. And A5 is of this current sheet, summary sheet. Understood? Come on the corner, drag. Let me explain you one more time, friends, and then we will close the session for today. I want to do total sales of mobile. Very carefully see it. Equal, and you will say sum if, open a bracket. He is asking you range. So where I will go? In sales data 2, and I will go to the product column. So I go to the sales data 2. This is my product column. I click on II. After this, selecting II, what you will do? You will quickly put the comma. Put the comma. Khalas. The second option, criteria, condition. What is the condition? Mobile, but mobile is on summary sheet. So after comma, you will again go on summary sheet and you will say, this is my product mobile. Wait, again you put comma. And now you have to tell some range, which column you want to add. So again, you want to add a sales column. Where is that sales column? That sales column is in sales data 2. So again here you will put comma. Without comma, never go to the other sheet. This is the method. You go to the sales data 2 and I say this is my sales column, which is a L column, and press enter and you get the answer. I know this is little bit, those who are new, for them it will be okay, you have to go here, but this is the method. Understood, everybody? You want me to try average also? Let's do it. Equal, and I will say average if range. I will go to the sales data too, and I will say in this II column you said. So I click on II. After this II column, what you will do? On the top, you will put comma. Never forget comma. After that, criteria. What you want to search in IA column? I want to search criteria. Where is my criteria typed? It is typed on summary sheet. So I go to the summary sheet and I say, this is the criteria, mobile. So I have selected mobile. Again, I will put comma. As soon as I put comma, this will become dark. When this become dark average range, again I go to sales data 2 and I will say in the sales column, I wanted to calculate the average from this column. Enter, and you get this. Oh, and then I drag it down. I have got lots of decimal. So how do you remove decimal? We go to the home, and in home, this is a number group. And here you have a decreased decimal. Click, 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 click. Understood? So this gave you the idea that if your data is in one sheet and your summary report is in another sheet, this way we do, friends. Make sure you see this video, entire video. If you really want to become good, even tomorrow, if you are in office, start the YouTube, put the headphone, put the earphones, whatever way it is. You are in a metro, you are driving, whatever it is. Driving, just take care while driving, don't listen. Okay. And take out the time and see all these things. This will really help you for your reporting, friends, and you will then only become good in that. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody. I'm closing for the day and see you once again tomorrow. Make sure you join 5 minutes early so that we start on time. I will upload this video tomorrow. I want you to see yesterday's video also, complete video. Take out 1 hour and see. Take out another hour for seeing this. Take out 15-20 minutes for practice. Then only you are going to become good in that. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night and see you all tomorrow.